On January 24th, 1978, the residents of Western Canada looked up into the night sky and they saw a fireball. Now, it wasn't something like a meteor streaking through the atmosphere. It was actually a Soviet satellite with a nuclear reactor on board and 50 kilograms of plutonium, and it was breaking up over top of Western Canada. In fact, it was the Soviet satellite Kosmos 954, and it scattered radioactive debris from Great Slave Lake all the way to Baker Lake in the Northwest Territories. Now, it had been launched in September of 1977, and pretty quickly it started to behave very erratically. And eventually, the Soviets in December of 1977 told the Americans they had no control over this satellite anymore, and it was going to break up in the atmosphere. And that's exactly what it did on January 24th, 1978. And as soon as it scattered its debris across 600 kilometers of the Northwest Territories, Operation Morning Light began. And this was a multi-month operation involving the United States and Canada to clean up all of that radioactive debris. And there was a lot of it, including 10 big pieces, and one that was so radioactive, if somebody had been around it for a few hours, they would have died of radiation poisoning. But eventually, the debris was cleaned up for the most part, and then under international law, the Soviet Union would have been required to pay the damages, and that was $6 million in order to pay off the cost of Operation Morning Light. The Soviet Union eventually paid, but just paid $3 million. And that's the story of Kosmos 954.